everybody. My husband, Miss Mo, thank you for being here. My name is Heather Barney. I am a California-grown, Texas-fed mother of 2 terrific sons. I've been married for 21 years, and I think I can claim that I know what I'm doing in this marriage for maybe 2 of those years. I'd like to tell you that my favorite color is blue and I love to cook, but really, what does that tell you about a person? I don't know very many people who would conclude, oh, she likes to cook. She must be a really nice girl. I'd like for that to be true, but really, the events in our lives are what shape us into who we are and maybe give a little bit more of a clue into what kind of a person we are. So I'd like to share with you 3 events in my life that I think made an impact on me. One, the very first one that I can remember when I was 4 years old, was my first ballerina recital. I was in a green tutu on the stage for the first time, looking out at parents and friends who seemed to be a little bit tired and just were waiting for that recital to be over. I know it was a long day at work and some of them were yawning and whatnot, and the music started and I twirled and had my arms high and did everything I was supposed to do, but then I got bored and I started thinking, this tutu is really itchy and I can't see where my mom's sitting and I'm getting hungry. And instead of stepping left like I was supposed to, I accidentally stepped right and I ran into the girl next to me, which kind of catapulted me into the girl on the other side of me, and there was this ping pong effect, and the audience, of course, started to laugh. And there was a moment of slow motion when I looked out and realized what was happening. These tired faces were lighting up, people started laughing, their smiles were growing bigger, and I thought, this is magical. I created laughter. And so I made more, and I started leaping across that stage and doing all kinds of things that weren't even part of ballet just to entertain the audience. And at the end, there was a bow, and the audience stood, and I thought that laughing and being a creator of joy was the best thing in the world. Number 2, when I was about 12 years old, my dad gathered us 5 kids together and said that he and mom were getting a divorce. And it could have been a pretty sad time in my life, but honestly, there was a little bit of relief. They didn't get along really well, and I knew that it was something that probably couldn't continue for too much longer. But instead of being the depressed teenager, even though as teens we try to fight that sort of thing all the time, I tried to see this as an opportunity to see the good. Because I knew way back then from my science classes that Isaac Newton said that to every action there is an opposite and equal reaction. So if things were bad and cloudy, certainly there was sunshine and good somewhere to be found, and I just needed to look. If my parents were fighting at home, but I needed to head off to school and have a great day, I couldn't carry that cloud with me. I needed to create my own sunshine and look for the good that I was heading into. So looking for good has been something that my challenges growing up has taught me, that there are always opposites and that what I seek for, I will find. Number 3, in 2011, I raced in my very first triathlon. And if you don't know what triathlons are, it's a certain mileage of a swim, a bike, and a run, all combined together. And then you cross the finish line and you feel like $1 million. And the reason that you feel like $1 million is there's a lot of work that goes into being able to complete such a task. And what I learned from doing that is that we are powerful beyond what we perceived in the first place to be. In 1992, a woman named Marianne Williamson wrote a poem that has been quoted 10 times over called Our Deepest Fear. She said, our deepest fear is not that we will be inadequate. Our deepest fear is that we are powerful beyond measure. And when you push yourself and present challenges to yourself that are difficult, like speaking in front of people, and you go for it with all your heart and all your effort, you come out on the other side realizing that you had it all along. You realize you were stronger than you once thought you were. So what makes me Heather Barney? I like to create joy. I like to create laughter and be the one that brings joy to others. I like to find the good, even in cloudy, rotten situations. I know that there is good somewhere, and I know that what I seek, I will find. So I seek for the good. And finally, I know that we are all powerful beyond measure. And if I push my boundaries, push past the things that I'm comfortable with, I will find some of that power, and in turn give others permission to do the same. Thank you.
Awesome.
Hey, Miss Mo, I'd like to introduce you to my husband, Russell Barney. Thank you.